Uneducated sports talk. Let's get it. This is our week 4 NFL picks and predictions. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We're coming to you live right now. Stay smart. Stay uneducated. Let's go. And I'm sorry, I know that you guys didn't hear a single word that I just said. I do apologize. But this is Uneducated Sports Talk. We're gonna dive right into our week 4 predictions and picks. If you haven't seen it already, man, check out my week 3 recap. I do apologize for Mike, which is on for a second. I didn't see that. But guess what? We're here once again to break down everything of the NFL season. Hey, Lip Knox PR's in the building, man. Sorry about that, bro. I was talking and no one could hear me for like maybe 10 seconds. But we're good to go now. So we got the first game on the docket, man. We're doing the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Cincinnati Bengals. And that's going to be a really good game, in my opinion. Yeah, bro, it was mute. Yes, sir, it was mute. But I'm good now. I realized that a while ago, a second ago. But yeah, we're doing our Thursday night football game, and I will be on live tomorrow. The Cincinnati Bengals at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, yeah, guys, let's get there. Let's watch together, man. Live NFL commentary. Bengals fans, Jaguar fans, what's happening with you guys, man? But yeah, let's get it. So, that being said, 2 teams going on 2 different paths. Jacksonville Jaguars are going to go ahead and reach for the maybe number 1 overall pick for next year as well. And then the Cincinnati Bengals, who are just now finding their cylinders pretty damn high. So I'm liking what the Bengals are doing. These 2 teams will collide. Look, the reason why it's a good game because you got the Jaguars with the number 1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. Bengals, 2 years ago, number 1 overall pick, Joe Burrow. They're going to collide, so it's going to be a lot of hype within that. And outside of that, nothing else in common because the Jaguars team is pretty bad. Let's just be honest, man. And then we have the Cincinnati Bengals coming in with just decent offensive skill sets. Joe Mixon, Ball, number 2 overall running back so far in the league. We have Jamar Chase, looking like a good number 1. Joe Burrow's finding his guy from 3 years ago in those LSU days. Looking good, man. So I really think the Bengals will win this game by a score of 30-21. Their front 4 is going to go after Trevor Lawrence. If Lawrence thought the Cardinals defense was good, wait till he faces this Bengals defense, man. So, yeah, you're right. Bengals will have some Jaguar meat on Thursday night. So check me out Thursday night football. We have Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars at Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals, y'all. So we're doing live NFL commentary for that game, man. Bengals win this one 30-21 is our pick. The Titans will face the New York Jets. Another game where teams going separate directions. The New York Jets, man, they had a great week 1 loss against the Panthers. They INTs for the Patriots. And then now you have week 3, and they got dominated by the Broncos, a shutout, 26-0. This Jet squad is going nowhere fast. To the Titans with Derrick Henry and company, they're going to go ahead and just go ramp shot with all the Jets defenders, man. I think, although there will be no A.J. Brown, most likely because he has a hamstring issue, I think the Titans will take care of business easily, even though it's going to be in New York. 28-10. I got a feeling they're just going to go ahead and just dominate this game. And the Jets look like another bad team with the Jaguars trying to get that number 1 overall pick for 2022. Can't go really in deep with this one because it's just going to be a bad game to watch from a Jets standpoint. Our next game, the Detroit Lions at the Chicago Bears, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go with a mild upset. This is a mild upset. Not really a good upset, but a mild upset. I think the Detroit Lions are going to win this game, and we're going with 17-14. We're going that low because it's in Chicago, and I feel like Bears will have that defense rocking and rolling. Bears defense will be rocking and rolling in this game, 17-14. The Bears, just an offense outside of Allen Robinson and outside of David Montgomery. This team doesn't have any offensive firepower or explosion. Justin Fields, I don't know what to say about Justin Fields right now because he's just so green. He's just so young. And his style of play isn't going to fit Matt Nagy's style. Matt Nagy's got to go ahead and try and play Justin Fields' style of play. The college football type of atmosphere around the huddle and around the play calling as well. And I don't think it's going to mesh right now. Look, Matt Nagy already said when Andy Dalton comes in, he will be the starting quarterback. He was very adamant about that. And there might be a reason why. Maybe Justin Fields' learning curve is a little bit further ahead. And I think the Detroit Lions, that 1-2 punch in their running game with Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift is going to be really, really good. Lions have shown in the first 3 games now, they've been competitive. They've lost all 3 games, but they at least have been competitive in those 3 games. I do think this is where they get their first victory over the Chicago Bears. We're going to a mild upset. 17-14 Lions winning Soldier Field Stadium. He said Julio Jones might be missing as well for week 4. I hope not, man. I'm still going with the Titans, though. It'll be a great week to miss. A good week to miss. You're not missing anything, Julio. All right. We're going with the next game on the docket, the Cleveland Browns at the Minnesota Vikings, boy. What the Browns did to the Bears team we were talking about, I loved it. You have a bad team, you dominate it. If you want to be that team that's going to take that next step to being really, really good in the AFC, the Browns did that last week against the Bears, 26-6. Beat down. Their defense came to play. Offense, they make no mistakes. They're really, really good. This game, Vikings, a slightly better team than the Bears, in my opinion. And they're playing on the road against the Vikings, but doesn't matter. Even with or without Dalvin Cook, this Vikings team is going to pretty much struggle against the Browns defense. Kirk Cousins is known to be very flinchy in these situations against a great pass rush. The Browns have, by the way, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Odell Beckham Jr. is back now. Wait till Jarvis Landry comes back. Wait till they get all their ducks centered away. This Browns team, if they can get this victory on the road, they will really, really have my respect as one of the best teams in the AFC. 23-33 is going to be a loss by the Vikings. Although I like Justin Jefferson. I like Dalvin Cook, although he's probably not going to play. I do like Adam Thielen, but that defense is still pretty much bad. And they're going to be in pretty much on turf. So Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt's going to get their feet together, and they're going to ramp shot the Vikings, in my opinion. I think the Cleveland Browns make a statement victory. 33-23 over the Minnesota Vikings. Washington football team at the Atlanta Falcons. Hey, what a great way to get your mojo back on defense if you're the Washington football team, because you got curb stomped by the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, and that was more of a predicament of how the Bills are going to play. I feel like that's the Bills team I've been waiting for the first 3 weeks of the season. We finally got it. It took them 3 weeks. Washington football team has a really good defense. Not a great defense, not a dominating defense, but a team that at least command respect on defense. And the Bills put it on them. So if you want to wash that juju away, wash all that nastiness away, if you're the football team, what a better team to play than the Atlanta Falcons? Well, we just talk about Kirk Cousins being real fidgety. Matt Ryan is one of the most scaredest quarterbacks quarterbacks in the NFL now. Ever since that Super Bowl collapse against the Patriots, the Falcons and Matt Ryan have not been the same. It's been dead water in Atlanta. Washington football team, this is a great time to get the 2-2 right now. If they cannot find a way to beat the Falcons team, then the NFC East will definitely belong to the Dallas Cowboys. That's just being true. I think the Washington team will be that team that rivals the Cowboys, but they got to win this game to make believers out of myself. Washington team wins this one 23-17 because Matt Ryan is real frenchity, and the Falcons should have got a defensive player in Michael Parsons. Whatever. So, next game, 34-17 our score for the Bills and the Texans. Bills, after that performance, how can I not go against them against the Texans? They're going to blow this Texas team out with Davis Mills as the new quarterback. Tyrod Taylor, man, you just feel bad for Tyrod Taylor. That's another story for itself, honestly. But 34-17 is my opinion on this game. The Bills should dominate the Texans, man. After that 43 points on the Washington team, how can you not go against the Bills? I mean, the Bills are going to just dominate this Texas team. I feel like Josh Allen, that's the team I said earlier. I said, well, this team is going to go for sure to the AFC Championship. Talking about the Bills. Now, the first 2 weeks, I wasn't quite sure. That last week against the football team, that made me believe again. I like this Buffalo Bills team. If Josh Allen can become that MVP-type quarterback, which he definitely can, this Bills team will be scary. And why not have the Texans on your schedule so you can go beat down? 34-17. Enough said about that matchup. Hey, my New Orleans Saints. Who that? Who that? The Saints, their first official home game in New Orleans in the Caesars Superdome. They will be facing against the New York Giants. I'm telling you right now, as a Saints fan, just getting a little personal for a second. As a Saints fan, you got a feeling, oh man, is it too good to be true? You're at home for the first time in a month, and now you face the New York Giants squad that's 0-3, and it's almost like, man, can the Giants pull out some sort of upset or whatever? I got a feeling the first quarter is going to be kind of down and out, but that defense for the Saints will be humming and be coming and be destroying Daniel Jones and that team. That's the reason why the Saints will win this game, because that defense will shut them down. I wanted to say 27-6, but I said, no, let me give the Giants a little more credit. Give them 10 more points. 27-16 because they're going to put Jameis Winston in great position. He's going to have great field position. I think that Deontay Harris will be the star, the punt returner, the kick returner for the Saints. I think he'll have a big game as well, putting them in great situation. He said, I bet Texas can't even hit 10. Oh, man, Texas hitting 10. I'm going to say 17. I'm being nice, but you're right, though. 10 looks very like what it's going to be, maybe 3. We'll see. 27-16, the Saints will win over the New York Giants because Saquon Barkley cannot run the ball, and the Saints are one of the best run-stopping defenses over the last 5 years in the NFL. They're going to shut down Barkley and shut down this whole entire Giants squad. Next game, Chiefs at the Eagles. You see that score? Yeah, 35-28. We feel like it's going to be a win by the Chiefs, but guess what? I got a feeling they're going to make the Eagles look really good in this game for a minute. Matter of fact, I would not be shocked if the Eagles have the lead at halftime against this Chiefs poorest defense right now. Now, they get a break because Kansas City, the first 3 weeks of the season, they faced some really good offenses, the Browns, the Ravens, and they faced the Chargers. Now they get an Eagles team that isn't that quite good on offense, but I still think the Eagles will stay in this game for the majority of the game. Even take the lead, you know how the Chiefs are. The Chiefs, every time they're down, they find a way to come back and at least take the lead. I think the Chiefs take the lead in this game and don't look back toward the third quarter. 35-28. A bunner as Andy Reid faces his former team, the Philadelphia Eagles. I think the Chiefs win this one in a really good shootout. 35-28. Make the Eagles offense look pretty damn good. And we saw what happened on Monday Night Football. Dallas is destroyed. And speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, our next game on the docket, boy, if Christian McCaffrey was playing in this game, this would get so much more hype. But CMC is not playing, and I'm not playing about this pick. Dallas wins one easy, 35-21. I got a feeling that with no Christian McCaffrey, the Panthers will struggle on offense, be forced to throw the ball more than they want to, and Dallas, with their turnover-happy machines, they are going to be desperate for those turnovers. I think that Carolina throws a few picks in there. Dallas, opportunistic, looking good so far on defense for sure. 35-21 with Zeke and Pollard just going toe for toe, as in that two-headed monster in Dallas. That running game is finally good the last 2 weeks, and now Dak Prescott is going to beat Dak Prescott. We know how that offensive pass game is. 35-21. The Dallas Cowboys, in my opinion, should dominate the Panthers 35-21 in this game. No Christian McCaffrey. A lot of problems for the Panthers. Next game, we got the Seattle Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers. And this one I went back and forth with. I didn't know. I was like, yo, it's a good NFC West team, a good NFC West divisional rivalry. And you're like, okay, what's going to happen? Seattle just lost the last 2 games after having a lead in both games. They lost them to the Titans and to the Vikings. And you had this 49ers squad that lost to the Packers after having the lead with 37 seconds. But Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. 26-20 is my score. Seattle should win this game. And it's almost like these two teams mirror each other. They really do, in my opinion. They mirror each other. But I'm going with, look, I don't see Seattle losing 3 in a row. I just can't see it. I think that Pete Carroll's going to have this team on their A game in this game, especially on defense. I think they're going to shut down the 49ers for a good part of this game. 26-20. Russell Wilson is just better than Jimmy Garoppolo. I think he's going to make plays in this game. So I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks winning 26-20, but it's definitely a toss-up. I would not be surprised if it goes either way. And we're going to stick with that NFC West mojo. The Los Angeles Rams, after that game against the Buccaneers, that win, they might be the best team in the NFC, maybe even the NFL. As they win 34-24 over the Bucs. This week they have another undefeated team. So it's 2 undefeated teams, the 3-0 Cardinals versus the 3-0 Rams. This should be a good one on paper, but in reality, I really think that the Rams are just a better team than the Cardinals right now. And I would not be surprised if they got Kyler Murray just running for his life, beating him down. I don't see that Kyler Murray putting up big yardage against the Rams. I could be wrong. They are 3-0 for a reason. But right now, Rams clicking on all cylinders. Offensive line protecting good. Stafford, the quarterback. Receiving game is on point. Defense, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, they've been just shutting everybody down. I got a feeling that it's going to be a tough game for the Cardinals. I got the Rams winning 27-20. Should be a really good game, though, overall. But Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins is kind of nicked up. He's going to play, but might get shut down by Ramsey. So we'll find out. I think the Rams will win this one 27-20. Although it's only a 7-point game, I think they win this pretty easily, in my opinion. Pretty easily. Next game on the docket, the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Green Bay Packers. Boy, this game was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. You'd be like, hell yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Big Ben versus A-Rod. Let's go. But in reality, you're like, yo, it's going to get ugly. Not because the Steelers' defense is good. They have a great defense, a Super Bowl caliber defense. Their offense is just that bad. Back in the day, 10, 15 years ago, when you had a really good defense and a mild offense, you had a chance. In today's NFL, where it's very offensive-oriented now, if you have a really good defense and a mid to bad offense, you ain't going nowhere. You're not going anywhere. The Green Bay Packers will win this game. One is in Lambeau Field, so I got confidence in Aaron Rodgers to put up big numbers against this Steelers defense, although the Steelers defense is good. But Aaron Rodgers is too much for the Steelers, and the Steelers offense cannot make any type of magic. I don't know how they won in week 1. I don't know how they beat the Bills. I'm still scratching my cap about that. How did they beat the Bills? I'm especially the defense. So it shows that the defense can still win games, though. But Packers at home, they take care of business against a poor Steelers offense. Green Bay wins 26-14. All right, go my upset of the week. And before you get to saying, well, the Denver Broncos are 3-0, this shouldn't be an upset. There's a lot more people saying, yeah, they're 3-0, but the 3 teams they beat are combined 0-9. That is true. Giants, Jets, Jaguars, all those Giants, Jets, Jaguars. The Broncos beat. And I mean, but here's the reason why I feel like that's not nothing wrong with that. It's not that they beat them. It's how they beat them. They dominated these 3 teams. Dominated. Outside of that Giants game, they dominated the Jets and they dominated the Jaguars. So I'm telling you right now, with that type of domination, and they're at home against a Ravens team who could barely score against the Detroit Lions, I'm going with the Broncos on an upset to win this and stay undefeated. Yeah, you heard me right. Stay undefeated at 4-0. It's going to be a sloppy game. It's going to be real defensive oriented. I think that the Broncos win this 20-16. Even the Ravens would have won, let's say 45-7 over the Lions. I still would have put the Broncos in this game to win this game. I'm still picking the Broncos. So I think the Broncos win this game. And my upset of the week, 20-16. And depending on how my NFL schedule is, I will either be doing the Packers and Green Bay game or the Ravens and Broncos game. Either or, I'll find out in about a day or two. I'll let you guys know ASAP. I promise you guys. You'll know which game I'm doing. And then after that, we're definitely doing the Sunday Night Football game with Tom Brady and versus his former team. We'll do that. We'll talk about that in just a moment, though. Next game on the docket, y'all. The Indianapolis Colts at the Miami Dolphins. And the way it's looking right now, the Colts might just be tanking again, man. Carson Wentz is going to shut up himself. We talk about that in our week 3 recap, how just atrocious he's been looking this year. Miami Dolphins, 24-20 in this game. I got to think the Dolphins will go ahead and squeak out a win. Miami played a tough team in the Raiders last week and almost won that game. Matter of fact, they're up 14-0, so they kind of let that game slip away. The Colts, although been very competitive, man, their offense is just not good. They're just not good. No one's scared of Carson Wentz. No one's scared of their receivers as well. If Zach Pascal is your best wide receiver, you're having problems if you're the Colts. I think in Miami it's going to be hot, humid. I think the Colts just don't come out. I think it's kind of a close game, slobber knock a little bit. Then Miami puts their dominance on their running game. I think the running game comes good for Miami, and they win this one 24-20. As the Colts will stay defeated. 24-20 is my final score for the Dolphins and the Colts. And let's go to our Sunday night football game, and everyone will be ready for this, including myself. We have Tom Brady has done everything in the NFL, everything you can think of it from the quarterback perspective, except play in Foxborough as the visitor. He's never done that before. We will find that out on Sunday Night Football, the Bucs and the Patriots. And something was telling me, man, the Patriots got the Bucs number. The Patriots got Tom Brady. They know what Tom Brady does and what he doesn't. I'm like, nah, stop thinking like that, man. The Bucs are going to go ahead and kill the Patriots. The Patriots can't score. That's their only downfall. They can't score, and they won't score in this game at all. At all. I'm giving them 16 points, and that's being very, very kind. Very kind. Because they're at home. I give them that credit. 30-16, I think Tom Brady doesn't have a crazy, crazy game passing-wise, but 300 plus, maybe 3 touchdowns as well. I think that Tom Brady game will win 30-16. Fairly easy game when it comes down to. Now look, the Patriots have a really good defense. They do. But the Rams have a really good defense too, and Tom Brady put up over 400 yards passing on that team. So just a matter of Tom Brady against the Patriots have a good defense, but now they can't even score. I think Tom Brady's going to have a good game. Maybe Gronk gets involved. He's cleared to play, I believe. So I think that Tom Brady and Gronk will have a big game because it's like a revenge game. Looking for revenge. They win 30-16. Tom Brady gets the last laugh over the Patriots, and now he rides out to the sunset when he's 55. All right, let's go with our Monday night football game. So I will be doing the Sunday game as well. I'll be doing the Patriots and the Buccaneers. So I promise you that's coming, you guys. I cannot wait to do that one. That's going to be a really good, just a real good feel of a game. And then we have our Monday Night Football game, which might be the best game on the docket, so they're going to say the best for last. The Los Angeles Chargers, they host the Las Vegas Raiders. I almost said Oakland. The Los Angeles Chargers will host the Las Vegas Raiders in this Monday Night Football clash of AFC West guys. And guess what? The Raiders are right now 3-0, Chargers 2-1, and they're both looking down at the Kansas City Chiefs. That's crazy, right? This is going to be a good game. I think both teams are going to score a lot of points. I think that both teams are going to play just lights out offense in this game. And I showed 30-27, but I really want to go like 40-33, something like that. I think it'll be a high scoring game for both squads. I think Los Angeles will do just enough to win this game I like Justin Herbert and coming in. That team looks good. And I said this in my AFC West talks earlier. I said they look good, and I was really down on the Raiders, and how ironic the Raiders are 3-0 right now. I was down on the Raiders, and I was really high on the Chargers, but right now I'm high on the Chargers, and I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Raiders so far. This Raiders team they're never going to give up, and they're going to play really good defense. I like that about this team, and Derek Carr is no slouch. Uh, Hopefully he can continue to prove me right, because at first he was proving me wrong, and I was getting mad about it. But I do think in this particular game, Raiders suffered their first defeat against the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers win this one 30-27. This might be an overtime game. I'm really thinking like this game might just go to overtime. I got that feeling, bro. But we'll be having this game as well Monday night football. So y'all stay tuned for that, man. So that is it for our week 4 predictions and picks. Hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Comment down below what game is going to be the most interesting to you outside of if it is Brady versus Belichick. Let me know. If it's let's just go with the Jaguars and the Bengals or something. Whatever, floats your boat. Let me know how you feel about it, man. And thank y'all for being such great community. This is the UST community, the UST Nation. We're trying to get that, man. So before we go, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and hit that all button so we can see all of my Uneducated Sports Talk content. You'll be the first ones to know when we're going live as well and what we're doing. So I'll let you guys know we're doing Thursday Night Football tomorrow. Bengals versus Jaguars. Get ready for that. And I'll let you guys know what we're doing for sure. The Sunday Night Football game, the Bucks and the Patriots. We're for sure doing that. I don't know what game I'm doing for that evening game. I don't know if it's going to be the Packers and the Steelers or the Ravens and the Broncos. But I'll let you guys know that in about another day or two what game I'm doing. And of course, we're doing Monday Night Football, the Raiders and the Chargers. We got that going on too. So for my homegirl PJ, it's your boy Carlos Blake, man. Oh, and let's not forget, man, hey, if you're on here and you like VR, you like game consoles, you want to get into all that, hit up my boy Lipnox VR. It's Lip, Lipnox VR for all your VR content, man. So thank you once again, brother. Love you for that, man. Appreciate the love. For all you guys watching rebroadcast or live, this is Uneducated Sports Talk, man. For all sports fans, you guys know what time it is. Stay sport, stay educated. Love you, mama. We'll see you guys, Jaguars, Bengals, tomorrow. Thursday Night Football. We are out, y'all.